Hello everyone and welcome back to another 4King chess video, and today I'm doing something completely different. I am asking Chat GPT to teach me how to play chess, and let's see what's gonna happen. So as you can see here guys, I opened Chat GPT and I asked a very simple question. I asked Chat GPT to teach me how to play the English opening in chess. I don't play the English opening, so I have no idea if this is gonna be good or not. And you guys are going to tell me that in the comments section. I'd like to know from you guys, if you play the English opening, was it good? Like, were these answers, these lines pretty good or not? So you guys are going to tell me in the comments, because honestly, I have no idea how to play the English opening. Let's see what Chat GPT has to say here. So they say English opening begins with 1c4 and is a flexible and strategic way to control the center of the board from the flanks. Here are some key points and basic strategies for playing the English opening. Let's see if GPT can teach me how to play this opening. So here, let's see the basics. So we start with c4. And the primary goal is to control the d5 square and prepare for central or queenside activity. So maybe we are going to be playing in the center or on the queen side. So interesting to know. c4 and control the d5 square. Interesting. Okay. So far I just know the first move of the English opening. I know nothing beyond the first move. I just know how to recognize it. Main line of variations. So they put two main lines here, which is reversed Sicilian. You get a position similar to the Sicilian defense with colors reversed. Okay, that seems pretty interesting because, well, I don't play the Sicilian as black, but I know how to play against it. So maybe I can work some way around using this variation. This is like typical moves and symmetrical variation after 1c4, 1c4, c5. Black mirrors white's move, and then we have some lines here. Okay, so what I'm gonna do now is I'm going to put this in the Lichess database so we can take a look at these moves. Okay, so now let's take a look at this variation that they call reverse Sicilian. So c4, e5, that's actually reverse Sicilian. We're playing the Sicilian as white here. It's interesting. That's true. So knight c3, typical move from the Sicilian. Maybe I can use the same theory here. It's a similar theory. Okay, so I'm preparing to fianchetto here. After bishop g7, I play d3, d6, and then e4. Oh, okay, this move is kind of new to me. I've never seen this. So this is interesting. So we have this setup, very strong pawn chain here, really interesting. I can develop the knight maybe here or here, try to castle. Interesting. This doesn't look like it's a bad thing, but let's take a look at the other variation, the symmetrical variation. Well, this variation also looking very interesting. After c4, opponent is going to play something symmetrical, c5, and then we can keep developing. So I can see that this move is very typical here in this position. Knight c3, knight c6, they are mirroring the same moves. It's a copycat variation basically. We fianchetto, and then knight f3, knight f6. I think we can just go ahead and castle here. They're gonna do the same. We can go for similar setups here. Not bad. I think so far they are doing a great job teaching me how to play the English here. Now they give me some key ideas here. It's interesting. Fianchetto the bishop. Often will place you place your bishop on g2 to control the long diagonal. I've seen that in the variations. Flexible pawn structure, so delay committing our central pawns d4 and e4. See how your opponent responds. That's interesting. So I can keep delay these moves and wait for my opponent to see what they're gonna do. So maybe, and then later I can play push those pawns, queenside expansion. We can push b4 to support a c5 break or control more space on the queen side. That's interesting. And it can transpose to King's Indian attack, Botvinnik Sistan, or the Hedgehog. Interesting. So there's an example game here they put here, which is the symmetrical. No, this is the reversed Sicilian variation that they put here. c4, e5, knight c3, c6, knight f6, g3 to fianchetto, takes. Yeah, that looks interesting. tips for success. Let's see what tips they give here. Understand plans, not just moves. That's interesting. That's interesting. Typical middle game plans for both sides. Stay flexible and control key squares for focus on d5 and central light squares. Interesting. That's nice. That's actually pretty good. So they give me here, basically what GPT here gave me is like a basic overview of the English opening. I can, of course, ask it to go a bit deeper in one of those variations, but I really liked these two variations, the reverse Sicilian and symmetrical variations. They look very simple and easy to play. I don't know. I don't play the English opening, but it looks like it's a very system-like opening where you can play the moves regardless of what your opponent does. You're going to do similar stuff, and you can keep yourself some flexibility, maybe with the central pawns. Interesting. It looks really interesting, but I don't play the English. Maybe this is a good guide or not. You tell me. If you play the English, please leave a comment down below so you can tell me if GPT is actually teaching some good stuff here or not really. So if you like this video, remember to like, comment down below, and subscribe to the channel for more. And as always, I see you guys in the next one.